Hej, witam was bardzo serdecznie w 12 odcinku Rise of the Argonauts. Cóż, tutaj mamy zadanie. Przetrzep jonistich najeźdźców. Bezlitośni Jonowie przybyli na Litrę, by wyciąć w pień jej mieszkańców. Pozbądź się zagrożenia, wymierzając sprawiedliwość wszystkim pozostałym przy życiu Jonom. I właśnie tutaj możemy przejść dalej już jakby do świątyni. Tak mi się wydaje, że do świątyni. Ponieważ otworzyliśmy tę bramę za pomocą cudów, czy nie cudów, cnót Ateny w poprzednim odcinku. Ale widzę, że tutaj cały czas mamy jakieś zadanie. To jest, wydaje mi się, że przy fontannie tutaj po lewej stronie. Upewnijmy się. Tak, gdzieś tutaj ktoś ma do nas jakąś sprawę najwidoczniej.
Bless Ericos, he means well, but thank Athena you arrived when you did.
Oh, my head. Good man. A drink, I beg you.
Kichita homone! His breath would put a centaur on Bruised Day feast to shame.
Dear goat, you would understand. My horned brother. Say you have a horn or two for me. Full, half full, I'll take a sip. The fumes from your breath if you've lately been at cups.
Alas, my friend, I too am parched.
Then there's nothing to it. You must rescue my partner, the Mead Man.
If you speak of Marinos, he's already been restored.
Oh, bless you, noble warrior. And did any of his honey jacks survive with him?
You can ask him yourself. He'll be on his way soon enough.
Wonderful! Splendid! You've done a beautiful thing. The hero of Kithra, hail, hail!
Honors are called for. A gift to the young warrior.
I say, the fulcrum.
Hail, hail! Jason of Iolcus. Behold, the fulcrum of justice. This mace was once used as the ceremonial scepter of the leader of the Silver Order. We hereby present it to you as an honorary member of the Order and a hero of Kithra.
Three cheers! Hail, hail! Three cheers! Hail, hail! Three cheers! Hail, hail!
Thank you all. May your order long flourish.
No, zobaczmy tę buławę. Opota sprawiedliwości. Wszystkie ataki buławą mają szansę ogłuszyć trafionego wroga większą, gdy zniszczą tarczę. Aspekt Taresa. Rozpruwacz czaszek zwiększa ten aspekt. Fajnie wygląda, jakby takie berło. Ciekawe, i zdobyliśmy buławę za to, że uratowaliśmy kogoś, kto produkuje pitny miód. Super. Ale rozbawiło mnie, kiedy powiedział do pana: droga kozo. No nic, idziemy. Tak mi się kojarzy, że musimy dojść do świątyni Ateny. I w tej świątyni będą ci potomkowie. Znaczy osoby mające krew Ateny jakby. Wypróbujmy buławę. Ups. Nie wiem, czy znowu rzucać nimi na punczty. Jakoś to się ostatnio nie udaje. Czasami wylatują dosłownie w kosmos, a czasami się dosłownie tylko przewrócą. Już? Po walce? No taką rozgrzewkę w porządku. Podejdźmy do Hermy.
Ahead lies the Temple of Athena, sanctuary of the Golden Fleece. Praise and glory to Athena the bright-eyed, Athena the virgin, Athena of the city.
Why does a temple need to be so large? The Nasiros prefer to pray in nature, out in the forest, or near the water's edge. The last place I'd want to speak to my gods would be among the cold stones of such a place.
Temples are often more than just places to pray, Atalanta. They are where people gather to share news, or discuss their concerns, or decide important matters. At some temples, people receive healing or take part in sacred ceremonies, such as marriage or sacrifice.
I suppose. Still, seems like they could do all that in a smaller space.
To akurat prawda. Mogłyby być to biedniejsze miejsca, a więcej pieniędzy przekazać tym, którzy potrzebują, niż wydawać na jakieś złote posągi i inne tego typu sprawy. Tak mi się wydaje. Jakoś pusto. A tutaj wodospad. Cudnie to wygląda. O, kolejni jonowie. Użyjmy włóczni. Włócznia nie była dawno przez nas używana. Muszę sobie tylko przypomnieć, który to był ten najlepszy atak. Tak, to był ten. Mocne ataki się nie sprawdzały jeszcze za dobrze. Spróbujmy, czy teraz będzie inaczej. Nie, tak. Ja nawet nie wiem, czy go trafiam tym za każdym razem. Teraz go trafiłem 3 razy. Nie, to bez sensu. Słabszy atak działa o wiele lepiej, jeżeli chodzi o włócznię. I pokonani. Ciekawe, czy tutaj będzie ta dziewczynka, która przywitała nas jako pierwsza w miasteczku. Po bokach nic nie widzę, żadnej hermy. Więc idźmy dalej.
These panels tell the story of the origins of the Golden Fleece. When this temple was first built, Athena herself inspired the artists. Would you like me to narrate?
Tell us the tale, Pan.
As you wish. When Zeus claimed dominion over land and sky, not all of the vanquished Titans were sent to Tartarus. Those who did not oppose Olympus were spared, including the brothers Prometheus and Epimetheus. These artful brothers were charged by Zeus to create both man and beasts to populate the new Olympian world.
And then?
Epimetheus worked first and created the beasts. He gave to each their qualities. The birds were given flight, the bear was made strong, the horse swift, the peacock beautiful.
And then?
Prometheus then set about creating man, only to discover all the good qualities had been given to the beasts. Man would be a flawed creation. But to make up for this, Prometheus gave him 2 great gifts: an upright form in the image of the gods, and knowledge of fire, stolen from Olympus. With these gifts, Prometheus knew man would gain superiority over the beasts and the birds and the fish.
Go on.
Epimetheus was jealous of his brother's craft, not wishing to be judged the lesser by Zeus. And so he made one more beast, taking back all the qualities from the others and giving them to this new creation. When he was done, there stood a magnificent golden ram. Epimetheus boasted that man was inferior to his creation in every way.
And then?
Crafty Prometheus suggested they bring their two creations together to better judge their qualities. Prometheus knew that despite two great gifts, man also had vices, among them jealousy and a hunger for power.
Vice is shared by centaurs as well.
Continue, Pan.
When the two were placed together, the man quickly saw that the ram was beautiful, potent, and completely trusting. Seeing this, the man fashioned a spear, slew the ram, and took its hide, which he then wore as a proud raiment.
The ram's hide is the golden fleece.
As old as mankind, a symbol of both his vice and his virtue.
So would the golden ram be considered the first hunt?
Go on.
The Titan brothers were sent to Tartarus, Prometheus for stealing fire, and Epimetheus for creating the ram. The gods of Olympus then argued about what to do with the fleece. Zeus wanted to destroy it, but Hermes believed it should remain in the world to ensure everything done could be undone. Ultimately, a compromise was reached. The fleece would remain in the mortal world, provided it was kept under the care of wise Athena.
Hermes would be the one to argue in favor of the fleece.
Go on.
And so the fleece was kept here at Athena's temple on Kithra, guarded by her priests. Athena gave a drop of her divine blood to her first high priest as a boon to assist in this sacred duty. And so the bloodline of Athena was established.
There's a lesson for us all in that tale. Well done, Pan.
The pleasure is mine.
An interesting tale, though no mention of women, I notice. If it was a woman placed before the ram, her ego would not have been so threatened, I think.
Come, let's go.
I to mi się bardzo podoba, że wszystkie te historyjki są tak dobrze rozbudowane w tej grze.
These panels tell the story of the creation of the Golden Fleece. Would you like to hear it?
Not
Nie.
now, Pan.
No, słuchaliśmy już tego. Tutaj jest kolejny prys. A przejście dalej będzie z tyłu zapewne. Tak. To będziemy jakieś wielkie posągi. Okej. Sekundka, czy ja się nie wracam teraz? Pewnie, że tak. Zapominamy o tym. Tutaj jest to dobry kierunek. Po drugiej stronie. O, jest ta dziewczynka.
3 more are waiting for you here, but these 3 do not know they wait.
There is one thing I don't understand, Strixa. Or should I say, Athena. Why make the people of Kithra wait all these years before setting them free?
And what should they have been set free to? A ravaged island? A shuttered temple? Their leaders dead? I have preserved my people, protected them until the arrival of someone who could truly save them. I believe you might be that person. Your resolve on your quest has shown me as much. Will you prove me right?
If this is your will, then I will try. What must be done?
3 more cases you must weigh. 3 more judgments you must cast. The 3 who remain bear the burden of this island's fate. Fedon, Perseus, and Meduza.
Where is Fedon?
Fedon is in the Hall of Philosophers, to the west. You must uncover the truth. Find out what part he played in Kithra's tragedy.
Where do I find Perseus?
In the Hall of Guardians, to the east. Perseus carries my blood, and so has not been preserved like the others, but he is in his own form of stasis. You must learn if he has the strength to bring an end to this.
The High Priestess. She is here?
She must be judged last, after the other 2. Only then will you be ready to confront the one in whom I place the greatest trust.
We will find these 3.
Remember, those outside could not be held responsible for the crimes that have occurred. They were worthy of being saved. Those inside the temple, however, must be judged by you. And be sure, they will resist such judgment.
When did you figure out Strixa was Athena?
There's something strange about a little girl living alone in a swamp, is there not? Particularly one with gray eyes.
I knew there was something odd about her. She moved without making a sound. Where to, Jason? Fedon to the west, or Perseus to the east?
We must deal with both before we're done. Come.
No, z tego co słyszałem, to chyba Fedon jest najbardziej winny temu wszystkiemu. Mam u Apolla i u Ateny umiejętności do wydania, więc rozejrzę się chwilę, co tutaj by było fajnego. Wezmę duch Herosa. Im więcej wrogów wokół Jasona, tym mniejsze odnosi obrażenia, jeżeli chodzi o Apollo. Teraz zobaczmy, co byłoby fajnego u Ateny. U Ateny wybiorę Sprawiedliwa Złość. Atakujący Jason odnosi mniejsze obrażenia. Okej, zrobiliśmy to, co się dało. Tutaj był ten Fedon? Fedon? Teraz tego nie podejrzał. No zobaczmy. Słyszałem Fedon teraz, więc może idę w dobrym kierunku.
The Hall of Philosophers. Let all who speak within do so in the pursuit of wisdom and justice. Let speech come from the heart, and debate come from the head.
The Nisiros have a simple rule when it comes to speeches. Finish speaking before your audience finishes listening.
Another useful piece of advice. Let the learned speak. Let the wise listen.
Someone speaking. A group of people.
It sounds like a debate.
To ciekawe.
My fellow philosophers, the Golden Fleece was an abomination. It had no place in this world. Its theft, criminal though it may be, will serve the greater good in the end. This I promise you, or my name is not Fedon!
You speak falsely. No crime can serve the public good.
Can it not? And shall we take a nameless stranger's word on that?
My name is Jason, and I say your speech is false.
Then we must debate, sir. That is, if you have the credentials to speak before such an august company.
Hear, hear!
Our custom demands that all who speak in this assembly first demonstrate a modicum of knowledge of the subject at hand.
Let there be questions, and let him offer answers.
Certainly you would have no objection to establishing your familiarity with the history of the fleas. For example, a most rudimentary question. Who created the golden fleece?
Nie wiedziałem, że będę serio przepytywany.
The Titan Epimetheus fashioned the golden ram whose hide became the fleece.
He speaks true.
Ah, you are not wholly ignorant, it would seem. But let us press further. Here's a question any acolyte would be expected to answer. What two gifts did Prometheus grant unto man?
Prometheus stole sacred fire from Olympus and gave it to man.
And the other gift?
Kurczę. Zapytajmy pana. Na szybko sprawdziłem i nie mogę teraz znaleźć.
What's the answer, Pan?
The other gift was an upright form in the image of the gods.
An upright form. There's your answer.
Just so! Just so!
If you speak by proxy, sir, why not simply remove yourself as intermediary and let me speak to the satyr directly? Otherwise, I think we've heard enough from your horned and hirsute companion. Shall we continue? Tell us, who killed the golden ram?
It was man who slew the golden ram.
Indeed it was.
A seed of truth. But does it lie on fertile ground, or cling in vain to rocky perches? It appears the stage is set for a vigorous debate. Shall we begin?
Fedon, set the bounds of this discussion.
The thesis! The Golden Fleece is an abomination and has no place in the mortal world. The proponent, Fedon, a humble servant of this temple and its high priestess. The opposition, Jason, an itinerant traveler from parts unknown.
Argument the first.
The fleece is an abomination. Was not he who created it, the Titan Epimetheus, cast down into Tartarus by Zeus for doing so? Clearly, the Lord of Olympus judged the act of creation to be evil and worthy of damnation. Can we not then infer that the product of that act is also evil and worthy of damnation?
A persuasive argument.
And yet a flawed one. Epimetheus' proud defiance of the command of Zeus was the cause of his undoing. How he defied that command is immaterial. His failing was due to a lack of humility. His pride drove him to create the golden ram in foolish competition with his brother. For that he was cast down by Zeus. Not for what he created, but for why.
Yes, your argument is sound. You have my support, sir.
Pure sophistry. A clumsy argument to snare the feeble-minded. We continue.
Argument the second.
The fleece circumvents the will of the gods and the natural order. The immortal gods look down from mighty Olympus and wish such and such to be. And then Cleophas, the half-wit goatherd, uses the fleece and makes such and such not so.
Do other human men dress like him?
No mortal should have the power to countermand the divine scheme of life, death, and afterlife. I, for one, believe the will of the gods should be inviolate to the whims and caprices of imperfect minds.
A devout argument indeed.
Devout? I say a cold and cynical one. What of men who honor the gods? What of men inspired by the gods? Does my opponent deny that through man the gods can enact their... wisdom? Your low opinion of our kind is unfortunate. But even more troubling is your low opinion of the gods. Surely those whose minds are perfect can foresee all outcomes, fleece or not, and act accordingly.
Indeed, a stirring rebuttal. You have my support, sir.
An untenable retort! The standards of philosophy here are lacking. We continue.
Argument the third.
Verily, the golden fleece brings out the worst in men. Wars have been waged for its possession. Brother has killed brother to claim its power. Its very presence on Kithra endangers the people of this island. Woe unto he who sleeps upon a bed of gold, for light is his slumber and his trepidation constant. Greece is undoubtedly a more peaceful place without the fleece in it.
Insightful words, truly.
The man has delusions of adequacy.
Do not fool yourself in thinking that a decrease of temptation ensures an increase of peace. Men will fight. They always do. If not for the fleece, then for power. If not for power, then for land. If not for land, then for gold. It's a flawed world, and we are its flawed inhabitants. It takes conviction to do what's right in such a world. It takes...
Zanikłem w pewnym momencie, żeby nie zasłaniać postaci. A teraz się zastanawiam, czy wybrać dyscyplinę, czy sprawiedliwość. Bardziej do tego, co powiedział Jason teraz, chyba... Bardziej dyscyplina. Mi się wydaje, ale nie wiem, wybiorę sprawiedliwość. Być może błędnie, nie wiem. Zobaczymy.
Justice. Let our lives be ruled by order, and the evils of temptation diminish. In the right hands, the fleece is an instrument of justice.
A sober argument, but for me, it collapsed under the weight of its own impetus. This point belongs to Fedon.
A carefully measured decision. And now for the closing arguments! Good sirs, I appeal to the most discriminating sagacity of this assemblage. The fleece is an abomination, a singularity, and singularities are dangerous things. It has the power to conquer nations, the power to raise the living from the dead, and yet it has no conscience. It gives its power indiscriminately to any who can claim it, whether by brutish strength or cunning guile. Why do we risk such calamity? And for what? All that good men should reasonably do, they can accomplish without the fleece. We are better off without it, say I.
I am a king, not a scholar. So what wisdom I have is born from governing men, not studying parchment. I am not one for categorical proclamations of surety, particularly when it comes to subjects outside the ken of my experience. What I do know is this: the fleece is neither good nor evil. It does not decide its purpose any more than does my sword. The only thing certain in this life is we all are to leave it eventually. The fleece may delay that moment, but it cannot remove it. We men are transient things. The fleece does not change that. As such, how can the fleece be out of place in the mortal world? It was born of this world. We are taught that the Titan Epimetheus made the golden fleece. But why did he make it? To rival the glory of man. Is the fleece a risk in evil hands? Yes. But in good hands, it keeps us humble. For there is nothing we can do that it cannot undo. Used with prudence, the fleece encourages discipline and imparts wisdom, ensures justice, inspires courage. I hope all here would agree that these virtues most certainly have a place in this world.
Brilliant! We hear Athena's wisdom.
Hear, hear!
Well spoken, Jason. Truly, you are a man of many talents.
Someone fetch a laurel crown!
You can't all be persuaded by this chicanery!
Wonderfully said, sir!
Bah! It was too much to think this self-important rabble could comprehend simple truths. You, sir, are the most dangerous kind of agitator. And there's only one way to reason with an agitator.
There is no debate or argument with evil such as this.
Silence, filthy thing! I am the voice of this temple.
Jason, you see it?
You are a black tongue.
What?
Not that it matters now. My work here is done. That slut Meduza was easy work. And her brother proved a coward. No! The fleece left Kithra in the Raven's clutch. The Black Tongues have it now.
You fiend!
Where is it? Where is the fleece? You will tell me!
It is where you cannot find it. Where you cannot even search. This sword, it once belonged to a priest of Hades. We had a debate, he and I. We argued over who was the rightful ruler of Tartarus. He claimed Hades, while I know it to be Hecate. Despite my flawless reasoning, he simply refused to acknowledge the truth. It is a fine blade, is it not? When words fail,
Okej, to była bardzo długa rozmowa. Coś czuję, że ta już ostatnia... Te ostatnie kwestie dialogowe jakoś mi się cudem udały. Ja w pewnym momencie już nie wiedziałem, co lepiej wybierać. I wtedy faktycznie lepiej byłoby postawić na tą dyscyplinę. To też była jedyna z cnót Ateny. Ale za pierwszym razem wydaje mi się, że nie wybrałem cnoty Ateny. I przekonałem wtedy tutaj. Dziwne, w ogóle dziwne, że oni tutaj debatowali, jak to cała wyspa jest... Prawda, mieszkańcy na wyspie są zamienieni w kamień, a oni sobie tutaj po prostu debatowali. Może jak tutaj wszedłem... Czemu jest ich 3? Ups. Może dlatego, że tutaj wszedłem, to czas jakby się wznowił. I dlatego to tak wyszło. Spróbuję włócznią. Czy ja mam włócznię teraz? Tak. Gdzie jest pan? Tam pójdę. Też go podnieść. Co to jest? Ciernie Hadesa. Wszystkie ataki mieczy mają szansę zranić wrogów. Nawet zasłaniające się. To może być fajne. Weźmy. I widocznie tego Fedona mamy z głowy. Ale absolutnie się tego nie spodziewałem. Nie wiedziałem, że w ogóle znajomość runa będzie mi aż tak mocno potrzebna, że będę musiał znać jeszcze szczegóły. Się do tego aż tak bardzo nie przykładałem. W ogóle sobie sprawdzałem na telefonie, jak mówiłem, drugi dar. Ale nie mogłem go znaleźć. Tak na szybko. Też nie szukałem co do gry, tylko ogólnie wpisałem. Może powinienem do gry wpisać. Ale ostatecznie z pomocą pana się udało. Możemy z nimi porozmawiać.
You saved us back there. Praise Athena. Your wisdom pierced through Fedon's lines.
Każdy coś powie?
How could we have been seduced by Fedon's sophistry?
I can't believe we let a black tongue take control of Athena's temple. We must atone.
A no teraz wiadomo, dlaczego kazał odwołać straż.
We philosophers failed Kithra when she needed our wisdom the most. We must re-examine our entire system of beliefs to see where we fell short.
Your arguments about the importance of the fleece were persuasive. I have committed them to memory and will see that all our members study them. Thank you, Jason. I'm ashamed to say I once sat in that hall and shouted praise to Fedon.
It seems Fedon fooled many people on this island.
Indeed. He had a way of being persuasive, but he had no answer to your argument. It was an honor to hear you speak. Where did you learn to orate in such a manner?
My father was a great king. I would often listen to him speak with visiting emissaries. He told me once that persuasion is worth 1,000 spears.
I see where you get your wisdom from. If we are to rebuild this place, we will need men like you and your father, I think. Thank you again, Jason.
Proszę bardzo. Zobaczmy, czy jest dopisany cel. Osądź Perseusza. Był przywódca Straży Świątynnej Perseusz. Jest w sali strażników na wschodzie. Znajdź go i osądź w imieniu Ateny. Perseusz. Fedon na pewno był taki... Zobaczmy, jak się potoczy historia Perseusza. Idę dobrze.
The Hall of Guardians. Here train the soldiers of the Temple Guard. Here they take their vows of discipline, courage, and humility. One spear can change the course of destiny. Motto of the Temple Guard of Kithra.
One spear, one arrow. Same thing.
Znaleźliśmy wszystkie hermy.
That would be toward Perseus.
Właśnie mam nadzieję, że idę. Tak, nie wracam? Nie. No, ciekawe, czy ponownie będzie taka długa rozmowa. Ale on chyba jest tutaj sam tym razem.
Athena, I have failed you. I am unworthy of your grace. But let me prove my devotion. If it takes 100 lifetimes, I will prove myself to you. Come no further. I am Perseus, guardian of this temple, and I will know your purpose.
Easy, Perseus. I am Jason, king of Iolcus. I've come to help you. Perseus, the people of Kithra live again. We've saved those we could.
The people have endured their judgment. I endure mine. Only I can atone for my own failure. You are not here to save me.
What failure do you speak of?
Failure to stop Fedon. Failure to protect Meduza from him when he took control of the temple. To stand against him, I would have had to oppose my sister. But I couldn't do it. So I left. I abandoned my duty. And now I'm doomed to never leave again. Athena has turned away from me. I can only hope to prove my devotion, so that she one day favors me again.
Where is your sister, Perseus?
She endures her own trial. She failed Athena as well, by succumbing to vanity and allowing Fedon to corrupt her. But she is less at fault than me. I knew what was happening, and failed to prevent it.
I need your help, Perseus. Can you leave the temple?
Here is where I failed my goddess. Here is where I must atone.
Together we can find the Golden Fleece, and restore it to this temple. Would that not please Athena?
No, I cannot leave. I will not leave my sister behind.
If you will not leave, then I must find Meduza.
Do not go near my sister.
I have no quarrel with you, Perseus.
You are mistaken. If you try to see my sister, then we most certainly have a quarrel.
Use your head, Perseus. I'm here to help you.
No, you are meddling in things that do not concern you.
Perhaps Athena fulfills her will through me. Have you thought of that?
Now you spew forth blasphemy! Do not claim Athena's favor here. Phaedon once spoke as you did. He too was only here to help. Perhaps you are here to test me, to see if I'll let another outsider prey upon my sister. Not this time.
Enough of this.
The spear! You have Athena's grace. Oh, Athena, what have I done?
You've spent too long thinking about what you have done. The question is, what will you do now? Where is your sister, Perseus?
She lies behind the waterfall. She is changed. I tried to protect her. Perhaps the time for protection is over. The spear of virtue. Only the one who holds this spear is allowed passage through the waterfall. Take it. I believe you serve Athena's will. I submit to your wisdom. My sister lies through the waterfall. Let the judgment be complete.
Thank you, Perseus.
Okej. Nie poszło do końca według naszej woli, ale jako tako się udało. Włócznia cnoty. Gdy tą włócznią Jason zabije przeciwnika, na ziemi pojawi się elektryczny punkt. Wrogowie, którzy go dotkną, zostaną rażeni gromem, jak przy boskiej mocy nawałnicy. Ładna ta włócznia. Więc musimy wrócić teraz, tak? Musimy pójść na środek.
Take care, Jason. My sister is different now. She will not listen to reason like I do.
Będziemy uważać, ale głównym złem tutaj był chyba Fedon. Po prostu. On to wszystko chyba spowodował. Oni może i współwinni, ale też byli ofiarami.
Only one remains. Of all my people, Meduza is most responsible for the events that occurred. She has had time and opportunity to reflect upon what she's done. But you must decide her final fate.
Może jednak Meduza, ale... Musimy posłuchać, co ona nam powie.
Does she deserve death for the evils she committed?
Fedon, I must tend to the people. They are my responsibility.
The people are children, low things dragged upright from the mud. They are not blessed with your gifts of wisdom and beauty, gifts that shine in you above all others. Only you are the divine conduit of Athena. Through you, her will is manifest. You must decide for the people.
All others? Really? And what is it I have decided?
Leave that to me. I know your mind, and everything will be done as you would have it done. But let me spare you the tedium and the drudgery of it all.
Very well, Fedon. But what shall I do?
I know. A sculpture. You shall sit for a sculpture so that your beauty may be recorded for all time.
A sculpture? What a wonderful idea!
Rany. Okej.
Is she a victim of another's evil, and one who may yet do good in this world?
Sister, no! The guard has served since the beginning of the temple.
We don't need them. You can stay, of course, brother. Fedon and I will need a personal guard.
What of the people? Who will see to their safety?
The people are children. Give them rules and make an example now and then, and they will fall in line. Discipline is a virtue, is it not? So we will give them discipline.
That man has corrupted your mind.
Take care how you speak to your high priestess, brother. Through me, Athena's will is done.
Właściwie też tak myślę, że ona była tylko narzędziem. Niestety, jak widać, skutecznym.
Either Meduza or her vanity must be destroyed forever. I leave that choice to you. Use the virtues, Jason. They will keep your judgment righteous. Am I even more beautiful than you've heard? I've been told I am the subject of songs, from Ionia to Thebes. No! You can look wretch! You maggots! You do not deserve to behold my divine radiance!
High Priestess Meduza! It's time to answer for what you've done to Kithra.
Athena sent you here, old bitch! Jealous of my youthful bloom!
This isn't about your beauty. People are dead because of you. The fleece is lost.
Show you how a goddess deals with impudent mortals!
Remember what Athena said. Use the virtues. Jason, the seals in the sanctuary once guarded the fleece. We can use their power. Give me time, and I can restore them.
I'll cover you, Ken.
Ja cię mam tutaj stąd używać.
Grey-eyed hag to save you now! Athena's virtues will not save you!
Jak to? Pod tymi głowami są jakby symbole cnót.
To Meduza of Kithra, none can compare. Athena's genius, beauty. Get him!
Ale co ja mam tutaj robić?
Wisdom is the simplification of knowledge.
A, chyba że w ten sposób.
Athena's virtues will not save you!
Czyli jedną cnotę już mamy. Nie zauważyłem, co to było. Chodź, panie, tutaj.
She's afraid. By the daughter. Where's your grey-eyed hag to save you now? That barely
Coś się nie udaje z tym, nie wiem dlaczego.
Discipline.
O, teraz?
Order that allows freedom.
Zadziałało. Nie wiem dlaczego się pojawił na środku teraz. A, dwa się pojawiły na środku. Czyli te, które pokonamy na bokach. Potem wychodzą... To będzie trudniejsze niż myślałem. Nie mogę używać boskich interwencji też, nie wiem dlaczego. Trochę dziwne. A chętnie bym sobie zdrowie przywrócił.
goddess. No! My beauty! Kill Athena's errant insects!
Jak się cofa, to chyba trzeba... Okej, teraz...
Always a choice.
I został... Niech to spróbuję jeszcze raz tą interwencję.
It's my temple!
Ale nie działa. I to żadna nie chce działać.
I make the laws here!
Może po prostu tej walce nie mogę. Muszę uciec... No i zginąłem.
Lovely, lovely!
Maj Perezia. Tu nie przypominacie mi Goluma. Niech wydadzą patrzę i niech skoczę tą krewkę. O, tego szybko pokonałem. Okej, został ostatni, tak jak poprzednim razem. Dopiero teraz wiem, jak to działa. Jejku, a teraz mi wszystko zasłania, te węże. Jeszcze jakiś dym. Okej, więc tak. On musi się najpierw cofnąć, tak żeby go nie było widać. I teraz musimy zrobić unik. Uderzamy. Nic tam nie zrobi, dopóki się tak maksymalnie nie cofnie, aż go nie będziemy widzieć. Wow. Teraz oszukał. Ale poprzednie musiały się tak mocno cofnąć, a powiedzmy tak. Robimy unik. I teraz go atakujemy włócznią.
You insect!
Zabiłem 50 wrogów włócznią, dobrze, pannie. Postaw barierę.
My beauty!
Została Meduza. Musimy może tę figurę rozwalić, tę rzeźbę. Może ona trzyma zaklęcie w jakiś sposób? Nie udało się. Czyli trzeba to z tymi wężami powtórzyć. Następnym razem wezmę buławę. Albo się nie udać faktycznie przez to, że próbowałem włócznią. Okej, teraz pan zakłada pierwszą barierę. A, unicz. Chyba się udało w ostatnim momencie. Okej. A, i Atalanta mnie zatrzymała. Okej. Ale udało się. Bo ich interwencji faktycznie nie mogę używać. No, atakuj. Okej. Odskocz. Nie udało się. Musimy zrobić tak, że on zniknie i sekundkę. A ten atak jest trudny do wyczucia. O! Tak, trzeba taką sekundkę zaczekać, aż on zniknie. Raczej po tym, jak on zniknie. Może trochę mniej. Ponieważ jeżeli odskoczymy za wcześnie, to on wróci już po naszym uniku. I oberwiemy. Ale chyba się było tak bardzo słabo widać. O, chyba padł, więc pan mógłby zakładać tą barierę. I teraz przełączamy na buławę. Czy ja mam buławę? Nie, chyba miecz. Teraz mam buławę. Mocnymi atakami spróbuję. Na pewno trafiam, ale...
You've gone and ruined it! My lovely, lovely!
Meduza!
How will they know my beauty?
Sister, without virtue, you are not beautiful.
What? And so, your choice is made.
The true evil on Kithra was Fedon. Killing Meduza will add no satisfaction. Let her live. But where once she ruled, let her now serve, helping the people of Kithra restore this land.
And by that, justice too has been served.
Thank you, Jason.
Meduza, as Jason has decreed, your penance will be to serve the people of Kithra in all that you do. Your first task will be to journey with Jason, help him find the fleece, and prove your new resolve.
I understand. I will do as you say, goddess. Perseus, brother, I I am sorry.
Jason, you have brought justice to my sacred isle. Perseus will begin the work of rebuilding this land. He will no longer have need of my spear. You have proven yourself a man of virtue. To you, I bestow the spear of virtue.
I won't need this either, Jason. The armor of the Temple Guard commander. Perhaps it will be of use to you.
I am honored by these gifts.
The journey ahead remains long and fraught with danger. Only by the virtues will you find what has been lost.
A second chance. There is nothing more precious.
And so Athena's will is done.
Udało się. Teraz Meduza jest to ładniejsza rzeczywiście. Pancerz obrońcy. Znowu przejeżdżał samochód. Pancerz obrońcy. Gdy Jason zadaje obrażenia, lecz sam ich unika, razi zastanawiający się wrogów elektrycznością. Gdy którego się zabije, wywoła to wybuchy, jak ziarno błyskawicy Ateny.
Yes, good time. Stars are clear tonight. Who's there? Getting old, Argos. Hearing things now.
Sleep now, old one. Embrace the abyss.
Argos! How did this happen?
I came out for some air and found him here.
But how?
In the middle of the sea?
Only the Black Tongues could have done this.
Well, they knew who to strike. Besides Argos, do any of us know how to steer this ship?
We can think of that later. For now, we attend to Argos. Let the gods be witness to these last rites. Hear me, sun-bright Apollo. I speak to you of Argos. Friend, sailor, mentor. Let this man's virtue be a beacon for us who still live. Argos was the finest shipwright in all of Greece. His genius and his skill will live on in the works of his hands. May we all strive to be half as dedicated to our craft as he. Argos of Iolcus, find now your eternal place. Find now the fate you deserve. You are released from this mortal tether. May unyielding Hades have mercy on your spirit. I'm sorry, old friend. May we meet again in Elysium.
Poor Argos. He deserved a better end than this. Things have changed, Jason. Things are different now.
Speak your mind.
When it was just you and I, the dangers of this quest were ours to bear. But now there are others, and there's nowhere they are safe.
It's always been that way. We only see it now.
What happened to Alcime is an evil that I will do anything to undo. But there's something wrong. We're willing to trade a life for Alcime's. A friend's life.
Hercules, you are not Argos' keeper. He made his choice to be here, and his sacrifice deserves our honor, not our questions. Where does Hecate stop? Tell me, where do the Black Tongues end their malice? It only begins with Alcime, my friend. It doesn't end there.
There are times when I watch what you're doing, and I feel ashamed. When my wife and child died, I buried them and mourned their passing. They received last rites within an hour of their deaths.
You did all you could.
No, I didn't. You're proof of that. Even when you didn't know how, you refused to give up. I'm sorry, Jason. I'm sorry to have doubted. I will honor the sacrifice of Argos. I am with you, Jason, until the fleece or the ferryman. I am with you to the end.
Now hear me, Hecate. You fear a prophecy? I have a prophecy of my own that you should fear more. I will rend the very earth asunder and rip the stars from the sky to undo what you have done. There is no truth but this. I will bring her back, or I will cause the ruin of all things. So send your assassins. Go and marshal every Black Tongue on this earth and set them here against me. They will not sway me from my purpose. They will not change my course a single inch.
W tych oto nieco smutniejszych nastrojach, ponieważ już oparcie desperacji czarne języki zabiły Argosa, rozstajemy się w tym odcinku. Mam nadzieję, że spodobał wam się ten odcinek i zapraszam was na następny, być może ostatni lub jeden z ostatnich. Nie jestem pewien, ponieważ cóż, nie pamiętam dokładnie przebiegu tej gry. Życzę wam miłego dnia i do zobaczenia. Cześć!